Nam friends. My name is Rose. If I've never guided you before, I'll be guiding you through a gentle class this afternoon. So, as always, if you have any injuries or ailments in your body, you know your body best, so you won't be pushing yourself to any type of pain, welcoming discomfort and breathing through discomfort, however, avoiding any type of physical pain within the body. So we're going to start on our backs as we come into a Supta Baddha Konasana shape. So we'll bring the soles of the feet to touch, our knees wide. You'll take your right hand above your belly and the left hand above your heart, and you'll close your eyes here. Just noticing natural rhythm of your breathing. The breath is shallow. Perhaps you feel that subtle beat underneath the left hand at the heart. And we'll begin to take a full deep breath in through the nose. And a full breath out through the mouth. Again, a full breath in through the nose. And a full breath out through the mouth. And then just allowing the breath to become smooth, long, and full through the nose. So inhale through your nose and exhale through the nose. Noticing when you take those deep breaths in, the belly presses into the right hand, the heart begins to lift, the chest expands. When you breathe out, everything falls naturally back towards the earth. We'll just take about 5 more rounds of breath here. Breathe in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking 2 more rounds of breath, just like that. Of that second exhalation, we'll take our arms down by the sides. We'll close our knees towards one another, grounding the feet down to the earth. And then we'll pull our knees into our chest, taking the hands to the tops of the knees. And then, like there's a Sharpie connected to your knees, you're going to start to draw circles on the ceiling. So as we start to massage that lower back. You'll pause and you'll switch the direction of those circles, going in the opposite direction. And then once more you'll pause at your center, and then we're going to take some big, large hip circles here. So keep the hands and the knees, start to guide the knees far apart. And then draw the knees towards the front of the mat. Knees come back to close, back into the chest. Again, out to the sides of the room, down towards the feet, back into the chest. I'm going to take one more in this direction. And then the next time the knees touch, we'll reverse. So bring the knees forward, then out to the sides, into the chest as the knees close. Taking one more in this direction. And then when the knees come to touch, you're going to release your left leg long on your mat. You'll flex your left foot and then clasp your hands around the right knee or the shin as you guide your right knee towards your right armpit. As we start to internally massage the ascending colon, you can relax the right foot, or you can start to make some circles with that right ankle as well, a couple in each direction. So continuing to elongate each breath through the nose. And then relax in that right foot if you're making the circles. Release the clasp of the hands. We're going to come to a half happy baby. So modification, You're going to hold behind that right thigh as you guide your right knee towards the earth. Or full half happy baby, your right hand will reach up to grab for the inside of the foot as you guide that knee down towards the earth. The right foot stays flexed towards the ceiling. And then take your left hand to the left hip as you guide your left hip down. We'll take 3 full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing the hold of that right foot. We're now going to straighten out our right leg towards the ceiling. You're going to take your hands and intertwine them behind the right thigh as you pull this right leg closer to the chest. Perhaps you have a little bit more space in that right hamstring, and if so, now start to slide your hands up to the calf, the ankle, or if you're uber flexible, taking your peace fingers to hook around the right big toe. We take 5 full breaths here. Using all that breath to open up the back of that right leg. Releasing the hold of the hands, we'll point through the right toes, we'll lower our right leg all the way down to the ground. When the right heel lowers, flex the right foot, and then pull your left knee into the chest. Clasping your hands around the knee or the shin and guide your left knee towards your left armpit to internally massage the descending colon. And again, if you would like, you can make some circular motions with the left foot, waking up that ankle, or finding stillness with the foot. And we'll relax the left foot if we're making the circles. We'll come to that half happy baby. Again, modified, grab behind the left thigh. Our full half happy baby, left hand reaches up to grab for the sole of the foot. Left foot flex towards the earth. Guiding the knee down, and then taking your right hand towards your right hip to encourage that right hip to roll down. We're here for one more breath. And then we'll release the hold of the left foot. We'll straighten out our left leg towards the ceiling. Intertwine the hands behind the thigh, the calf, the ankle, or reach up to grab for the left toes with the peace fingers of the left hand. One more full breath here. And then releasing the clasp of the hands. Now start to point through the left toes as you lower that left leg all the way down to the ground. And then we're going to reach the arms up overhead. We're going to walk both hands and feet over to the right corner of the mat. And then if you can, you'll stack your left ankle above the right ankle. And then, if you have space in the shoulders, you'll begin to hold on to the left wrist with the right hand. And then allow the head to fall in a comfortable direction. For me, that's to my left. So we're creating this subtle stretch across the left side of the body as we mimic a crescent moon shape. Stretching all those little intercostal muscles surrounding the rib cage. Taking 3 more full rounds of breath. And then crossing it off the left ankle, releasing hold of the wrist, wiggle everything back to center. And then all the way over to the left corner of your mat, stacking the right ankle above the left ankle, and then reaching up to grab for the right wrist if you have space in the shoulders, and allow your head to fall over to the right. And creating this crescent moon shape, subtle stretch along the right side. Taking one more breath here. And then we'll cross at the feet, releasing hold of the wrists, wiggle everything back to center. Allow the arms to come down by the sides, and then bending your knees to take the feet down to the earth. You'll separate your feet about hips distance apart, and then walking your heels in so they are below your knees. You're going to press firmly to your feet, back to the shoulders and the palms to lift your hips as we come into Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, bridge pose. Sending all that breath into the front side of the body. Start to relax your glutes. And we'll take one more full breath here. And then lower the hips down to the earth. We'll pair a little breath with movement. So in the inhale, you're going to lift your hips, coming back to that bridge shape. Optional, lift the arms overhead. And on the exhale, you lower, middle back, lower back, palms down by the sides. On the inhale, press into the feet, lift the seat, reach the arms overhead as an option. And exhale, lower the seat, the arms arrive back down to the side. So we'll take that 3 more times. Inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips, reach the arms high. On the exhalation, lower the hips, lower the palms down by the sides. Inhale to lift, creating space. Exhale, lower as we ground down to the earth. One more time, inhale, press and lift. And exhale, lower the seat down. We're going to reach our right arm overhead. Roll onto the right side of the body into a fetal position. And then taking your left hand down to press yourself up. We'll make our way into our Sukhasana, our easy seated posture. So crisscross with the legs, or you can always sit on your heels. You'll bring your arms down by your sides. You're going to shrug your shoulders all the way up to your ears, and then shrug the shoulders down the back so the chest stays nice and open. We'll start to draw the chin into the chest as we stretch the back of the neck. And so continuing to create that smooth, even breath, samavriti breathing, even inhale, even exhale. And then we'll draw our right ear towards our right shoulder. Subtle breath along the left side of the neck. And we'll bring our chin back to the chest. We'll draw our left ear towards our left shoulder. Draw the chin back to the chest and lift your head back up parallel to the earth. We're going to take our arms out overhead, and then we're going to intertwine our fingers. We're going to take clasped hands behind the head, so it's similar to seated cows and cats, just the hands are intertwined behind the head. So on the inhale, you're going to open up your elbows, open up your chest, gaze up. On the exhale, you'll draw the chin to the chest, round the spine as you close through the elbows. On the inhale, start to lengthen, open everything nice and wide, little back bend, gaze up. And then exhale, elbows closed, chin to the chest, round through the spine, squeeze the navel towards the spine. Inhale, lifting up your chest, open up the elbows. And exhale, pull everything into your center. And take that one more time. Inhale, open up. And exhale, squeeze everything in. And coming back to your center, release the arms down by the sides once more. And then we're going to start to create a twist over to the right. So you're going to reach the arms up overhead as we breathe in. You'll start to twist the torso to the right. So keep the arms extended. Create this twist from the middle and upper back. And then we'll start to lower our left hand to the right knee. And our right hand will come behind us. And then you'll switch the gaze over that right shoulder. Just a reminder to sit nice and tall. And always creating the twist from the upper and middle back so we don't place any strain on the lower back. Take 3 deep breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then we're going to reach the arms back up overhead. And then we start the twist to the left, starting from the torso. Twist the entire torso over to the left. And then dropping that right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind you. Propping yourself up as you start to gaze over that left shoulder. We'll take one more breath here. And then we'll reach the arms back up overhead as we breathe in. And then exhale, we're going to forward fold. So just drop the hands down and then start to crawl yourself forward. You'll begin to feel an opening in one or both of those hips. And then lastly, dropping your head, relaxing your shoulders. So just allow the entire upper body to drape forward over crossed legs. And then we'll start to walk our hands back. And we're going to switch the cross of the legs to bring in the opposite shin to cross in front. Again, fingertips by the side. Start to allow the shoulders to roll in the back as you puff up the chest. And then you're going to reach the arms up overhead as you breathe in. And then on the exhale, we'll start to lower our right hand as we reach through the left fingertips. So keeping a little bend in your right elbow so the shoulder's not into the ear, but relaxing down the back. And then we'll start to reach that right arm back up as we come back to our line of center. We'll drop our left hand. Bend your left elbow and start to reach over to the left. And then we'll reach up back to our center on our in-breath, and then we'll draw our hands in prayer on our out-breath. On the inhale, you'll reach the arms up, look up towards your hands. On the exhale, the hands come in prayer. So again, it's a little like seated cows and cats. On the inhale, you're going to intertwine the fingers. On the exhale, you're going to flip the palms round to the spine, chin to chest, squeeze that navel in. And then inhale, hands come in prayer, heart space opens, and exhale, the arms down by the side. In breath, the arms reach high, you can look up. On the out breath, gather the hands in prayer. On the inhale, intertwine all the fingers, and on the exhale, you're going to press and round, separate shoulders, chin to chest, navel in. Inhale, hands come back in prayer, and exhale, the arms arrive back down by the sides. We'll do that once more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through prayer. Inhale, intertwine the fingers, and exhale, press and round. Inhale, hands return in prayer, and exhale, the arms come down by the sides. On the in-breath, reach those arms up overhead. On the exhalation, again, we're going to forward fold over the legs, so dropping the hands, walk the hands forward, feel an opening in that opposite hip, head drops, whole upper body relaxed. And start to walk those hands back. I'm going to make our way into a table position, so you'll bring your hands below the shoulders and your knees below your hips. You'll spread the fingers far apart. Now if you're one to naturally hyperextend in the elbows, which is what this looks like, you're going to keep a tiny little internal rotation with the elbows bent, almost like a bulldog, so we don't lock out our hyperextended joints. And then on our in-breath, we're going to start to drop our belly as we lift our seat, our gaze, and our heart. And on the exhale, we'll press and round. Separate shoulders and really press the ground away here. Chin to the chest. Inhale, the belly drops, the heart starts to open. Tailbone lifts, gaze up. Exhale, press and round. 3 more times like that. Inhale, the belly drops, heart opens. Exhale, press and round. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. And we're going to neutralize our spine. We'll tuck our toes as we come into a brief downward facing dog. So lifting up those hips. And again, here you really want to be pressing firmly into your fingertips, dropping your head, drawing the gaze between the thighs or all the way towards the navel. You're trying to mimic an inverted V shape with the body. So we don't want to be rounding through the spine. If your hamstrings are tight, which will then promote some rounding in the upper spine, bend your knees and press your chest back towards your thighs. We'll take 5 full breaths here. We're all going to pull forward to a plank, and then we're going to lower down to our belly. So you can drop down to the knees, or you can do a push-up all the way down. And then we're going to start to prop ourselves up onto our elbows. So your elbows are directly below the shoulders, and your wrists are in line with your elbows as we come into Salamba Bhujangasana, a supported cobra, Sphinx pose. So you want to be feeling a nice opening in that mid-back here. For a little more, you can start to pull your elbows back about 10% as you broaden the space across the collarbone. And then just fixing your gaze at one point. You'll have the option to stay just like so, or if you like a little more of a heart opener, you're going to separate your hands and your feet both mat's distance apart, You'll start to straighten your arms as we come into a seal shape with our bodies. So the more you walk your hands back, the deeper back bend you're going to receive. And friendly reminder, if you feel any burning, tingling sensation, you will back off immediately so you don't permanently damage a nerve. And then take 3 more full breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathing out. And start to lower ourselves back down. And we're just going to stack our hands as we bring our forehead to the tops of the hands. And then we're going to start to bring our chin forward. We're going to bring our arms down by our sides. Our palms will be flat. And then you'll wiggle your feet together. We'll come to Shalabhasana. So you're going to start to press into your palms as you lift both your feet and your chest. And we have 2 more rounds of breath here. Breathe in fully. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathing out. Slowly lower everything back down. And then taking your hands by your shoulders, you're going to press yourself up to your table position. And then you'll come right to your child's pose. So the knees will be wider with the big toes to touch. As you press your seat back, bringing the forehead down if you're able to touch. Make our way back through table, and then we're going to make our way back onto our backs. So you'll swing your legs around, and then when you come to the backs, we're going to draw our knees in towards our hearts. Take those hands to the tops of the knees and just gently create a little sway from side to side, right to left, left to right. And we'll clasp our hands around the right knee or the shin. Extend your left leg long. And then you'll take your left hand to the right knee as you draw your knee across the body over to the left, extending the right arm out to the side. And just keeping that right shoulder blade down. So even if this right knee doesn't come all the way down, make sure that the right shoulder is down. And then draw that right knee back towards your center. And then we'll straighten out the right leg. We'll pull our left knee into the chest. Clasp the hands around the knee or the shin. And then the right hand will take that left knee across the body as we fully extend through the left arm, sealing the left shoulder blade down to the earth. Draw that left knee back to the center. Keep the left knee into the chest and then pull that right knee into the chest. So you're going to come to either a modified happy baby or full happy baby. So modification, take your hands to your shins. Guide your knees far apart. Full happy baby, flex your feet towards the ceiling. Reach up to grab for the insides or the outsides of the feet. And then guide both knees down. but notice if your lower back is lifted. You want to seal the lower back down and then slightly draw your chin towards your chest so everything is nice and long on the mat. Releasing the hold of the feet, placing your feet down. So for our last pose, we're going to practice a gentle inversion. So you can straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. You can even slide your hands underneath you for a little extra support. If you do have a block at home and you want to take a block underneath your seat, this will give you a little bit more support, or even a pillow will help if it's hard for you to keep your legs straight up. To lower those feet back down. If you have a block underneath you or pillow, press into the feet to remove, and then lower the seat back down. And then one last time, we'll pull our knees in towards our chest, and then draw your chin towards your knees as you round into a little ball. And then you're going to relax everything down to the ground as we come into a brief Shavasana. In your Shavasana, allow your toes to flop out to the sides. If you do experience any type of lower back pain, you can bend your knees, walking your feet max distance apart and having the knees to touch. If the legs are extended, toes flop out. And then if you would like to receive energy, right, having the palms to face upward. If you're looking for more grounding energy, have the palms face down. And then start to relax all of the muscles in the face. So inferring the space between the brow. Start to unclench the jaw, separating the teeth and removing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And just allow everything to become heavy and absorbed. Of course, you have the option to stay here as long as you'd like, or you'll start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, gently rock your head from side to side. And when you feel ready, bending your knees to take the feet down. Reaching the right arm overhead as you roll through the right side of the body. And then taking your left hand down to press yourself up to sit back in your Sukhasana, where we will bring our hands through prayer, closing the eyes, and then bowing your head down to your hearts and taking your thumbs to the third eye space. Allowing yourself to see with love and clarity. sliding those thumbs down towards the lips, allowing you to speak from love and truth. And allowing your thumbs to come down towards your heart. And allowing you to always live from this space, this anahata, our love, our chakra, our space of compassion. And thank you for allowing me to guide you. Namaste.